Hopefully you've warmed up from this morning's ceremony. I will certainly be short because you've heard enough from me. Welcome everyone. We're here during Widely on Great River Street. We're certainly honored to have family, friends, parents, loved ones, and others here today to see what is the great first moment in what we hope is a long, distinguished career of the 78 Marines standing in front of us. We call them Marines now because they have graduated from Officer Candidate School. They have met the mark and have earned the title that the few and the proud claim on a regular basis. They have ended the first most difficult journey on a long path, and this marks the transition to a next equally challenging, more enduring journey to becoming a leader of Marines. We're joined today, or with us today, is Colonel Todd DeGrusse, who is the commanding officer of the basic school, and it's into his hands that we entrust the development of these young men for the next 6 months. They are going to go to one of the best schools that teaches you about leadership and about yourself. And while they have gone through one transformation in the last 10 weeks, they will go through a second, more enduring transformation in the next 6 months as we make them into leaders of Marines. So parents and family, we are grateful for your support and effort thus far. And like this morning, I cannot leave the stage without again thanking the wonderful members that made up Major Rager's Charlie Company staff. It's through their hard work and attention that has facilitated the success of the young men before us this afternoon. So, to the young, soon-to-be second lieutenants of Charlie Company BOC, or OCS215, I again congratulate you. I admire the job that you've done in the last 10 weeks. I am exceptionally envious, wishing that I were once again in your shoes. And I wish you all the best and look forward to serving with you. So, congratulations. Now it's my pleasure to be able to introduce our commissioning officer today, Major General Mike Regner, currently serving as our chief of our headquarters staff, the man responsible for making the trains run, and infantry officers commanded at every level from the rifle platoon to the Marine Division, served across the globe in the finest traditions of the Marine Corps, and probably most importantly is the father Company Commander Major Regner, by no small coincidence. So, General, we are certainly pleased to have you. We're pleased to have you here today, and we look forward to what you're about to do for these young men. So, ladies and gentlemen, Major General Mike Regner.
And all the handsome husbands and spouses out there, I'm honored today to speak with you. These hard chargers here, they don't need to hear from another Regner. They've had enough Regner for the last 10 weeks or so. So this, although y'all are going to be lieutenants in shortly, and I'll trust you to the sergeant major right here. Yes, correct. You're going to, although you don't have some, a little different than I have. However, you're going to be listening to sergeant major, and right next to him will be that fine colonel, just like this great colonel right there. Because I'll keep this colonel busy all the time. Don't worry about that. So he won't be lecturing to you. But sergeant major is going to do just what I spent 4 hours this morning with the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. And whether you're a commissioned officer or not, I go back to Staff Sergeant Rivers, who just came out of Vietnam. I was commissioned in 1976, and a lot of my platoon, a lot of them were warriors. They'd all served in Vietnam. And so I came in, what do I have to measure up to with staff NCOs like this? How do I do this? And so that staff sergeant, he took me under his wing, and he said, Lieutenant Regner, I can work with you. I can teach you how to be a dynamic leader. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to go to the basic school, and just like the great staff instructors and sergeant instructors that these fine young men have had for the last 10 weeks, 11 weeks, you're going to have some great staff NCOs over at the basic school. And I just ask you to listen to them, because they really have some great ideas. But you're going to be challenged. Moms and dads, grandparents, your sons are coming into the Marine Corps, and a few of them, yes, have served time in combat, but most of them have not. And as our Marine Corps draws out of Afghanistan after almost 13 years of war, I look at these young men, and I say, I was this guy in 1976. How do I measure up? Well, this guy Regner up here has better prepared them for a post-conflict Marine Corps, which is a good thing. We should never want to go to war, because the most precious resource America has, those young men and young women that are wearing the fabric of our nation. We enjoy the security we do because of young men like this. I look back at my brother who was Vietnam and my dad who did Vietnam, and sometimes I quake a little bit because I know how we treated some of those Vietnam veterans, and many of you out here are Vietnam veterans. And I can assure you, this Sergeant Major, this commander right here, and these commanders will guarantee you, we treat our wounded warriors, we treat our Marine sailors, all the service members and their families very, very well. And I entrust the new Sergeant Major and the TBS commander, Dr. OCA, to in fact carry on the great leadership of this Sergeant Major, and I know they will do that. So moms and dads and brothers and sisters and just family members, we will damn sure take very good care of the most precious resource America has, and that's all 78 of you. Now, I'm not going to talk much longer because I know y'all have been talked to all day, and you want to raise your right hand and say, I, Michael R. Reagan, do solemnly swear and support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And they will do that shortly. And they'll walk outside and they'll bring them a salute as a commissioned officer. And I'm sure there's probably some staff NCOs out there that want to get that first salute because things don't change. I still want that silver dollar. America's finest. I can hardly wait. All right, so one quick story. Because all generals have stories. If you don't believe me, I'll give you one. I was yelling at him yesterday. We all get guidance. Doesn't matter your rank. 4 hours with the commandant this morning. And I was listening the whole time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the museum store is a good friend of mine. I was First Lieutenant Mike Regner. And it was the Battalion Operations Officer, Major Ollie North. And he said, hey, Lieutenant Regner, well, I understand that you like the out of doors. Yes, sir, I love it. I said, does that mean a 100-mile hike or some crap? What does that mean? He said, no, I know that you like to actually go hunting on some of these farms out in North Carolina. Do you think I could maybe go hunting with you sometime? And so good old Ollie North, after our deployment on board the LPD Austin number 4, we spent time together, deployed over the Mediterranean. We actually hunted together. I learned from that great major at the time, the United States Marine Corps, great combat veteran, taught me a lot when I was at Company XO. So I guess what I'm saying to all of the moms and dads, your husbands, your brothers, your sisters, all of us continue to learn in the Marine Corps. Every day we learn. We should never stop. You know, as a general, I can only remember about 3 things a day. That's all. This major here, this sergeant major, they got 300 things. I can do 3. Every day I want to learn something. Every day I want to be taught or I want to teach. And every day, if I'm learning, I'm smiling. So, hard guys, let me tell you something. Every day I want you to just remember 3 things about this room and for the picture. I listened to a general, I think his last name was Regner. He taught me every day, teach, learn, smile. And life will be so complete. And that's what I want you to do when you have young Marines that work for you, that work beside you. You can learn every day because no matter the rank. Are you all prepared to be second lieutenants in the United States Marine Corps? The answer is yes. Damn, Regner! They are disciplined. Sorry. Sergeant Major. Damn good job. They're disciplined. He was like, Major. Okay, I am ready, Colonel, to back the mission.